Yes. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Let's get straight into it. Yo, the weather right now is baking, innit? Like, yo, it's hot, brother. Like, yo, I don't know where you lot are watching this right now, but in the UK right now, it's the Great British Bake Off right now. Like, it's absolutely mad. No physical activities in this weather. No strenuous physical activities in this weather. May I add, but in this video here, we're basically gonna touch up on all of the boxing little pieces of news that's going on here and there. Not a lot's actually been going on this week, I'd say. Not too much has been going on, but obviously gonna touch up on the things that's been current. I'm gonna start off with Johnny Fisher, the Romford Bull. Apparently his Matchroom deal was basically done, like it's come to an end. He's a free agent now, and he's apparently been made an offer by Zuffa. I'm hearing the figure is around 500k for a one fight deal. Similar to what they said would kind of been one fight deal for, I forgot how much was Connor's thing, like 20 mil or something like that. How much was Connor's thing? I forgot, but I'm sure it was a few M's. Johnny Fisher, 500k one fight deal for Zuffa. He's came on, I forgot what channel, I think it might have been Stomping Ground with Charlie Parsons, basically talking about how he's given Matchroom and Eddie the opportunity to obviously match it in it and see if they can match it or come close. Like, that's what he said. Obviously 500k is considerable, like it's a lot more than he's been getting for his other fights, considerably more. That's how he made out, and especially for the type of fighters he's trying to fight. 'Cause obviously this is not 500k to take on David Adelaide or take on Richard Riakpo or take on even Solomon. That, like, it's nothing like that. Like, this is 500k to take on, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to call them taxi drivers, but it's like kind of that. Like, guys just take on just journeyman, innit? That fight, basically fights he's meant to win, basically, innit? And obviously, Matchroom. Sorry if you can hear my washing machine. Man's doing a bit of washing right now. It's perfect time to, you gotta get the clothes out in the weather. I'm gonna say, yeah. Sorry, Eddie done an interview IFL where he basically said, "Mate, take the money, innit?" Like, he's basically saying the way he said some cheeky stuff in that interview, I can't even lie. He said something like, what did he say? He said something like, we're running a business, not a holiday camp. He said something like that. I was like, no, Eddie, you're being a bit cheeky here, He even said something like, fighters that we actually want or see a future in or something like that, we don't let their contract run out. So you're basically implying that, like, if man really wanted your services, Johnny, like, your contract would have never ran out. Your contract you'll still be in Matchroom right now. There wouldn't be a thing of, oh, you're a free agent, like, which is, oh, yo, Eddie's cold of it sometimes still. Do you know what I mean? Eddie's cold of it, car. He was fuming at Connor for not giving him a text or a phone call or whatever. And obviously his relationship and thingy with Connor is different. Cause obviously they've been with Connor since the beginning. Even though they did build Johnny Fisher, like Matchroom and Eddie, they did build Johnny Fisher. Obviously they had a whole Bosch stuff, but to make Johnny marketable and make Johnny a ticket seller, it was Matchroom that built him, innit? So he was angry with Connor for not giving him a text, but Johnny's giving him all the courtesy here, like, Bro saying we're running a business, not a holiday camp, so it don't make sense with the numbers, like, raw. But obviously it don't really make sense. I don't think Johnny Fisher, like, 500 bags for a one fight deal to fight somebody who's basically either a journeyman or just someone you're meant to win, like, you know what I mean? Don't really make sense. Like how does that really make sense for Matchroom, like, realistically? And obviously Zuffa, because Zuffa's trying to make a big splash right now, they're gonna overpay whoever they're trying to get. They're gonna overpay anyways, isn't it? That's what they do. It's like any business. It's like when dazn first came in the scene, they overpaid for a lot of fights just to get people on board and get people, like, it's not always gonna be like that. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like if I was Johnny Fisher, I would hear what Eddie said loud and clear and just, I'm taking that bread, mate. Like, obviously Matchroom love. It's not a beef thing, it's business. Like Eddie said, it's business. They're running a business, isn't it? So I got to run my business as well. Guys want to give me 500k for a one fight deal to fight someone who's a flipping plumber or electrician. Then, bro, let's go. Let's do it, innit? Like Johnny doesn't even need to say any more after this. After this, it's just like, yeah, like, and just keep it pushing, innit? I would really like to know who his first opponent would be on Zuffa, though, because I know he's definitely going to take that deal. Like, who is he actually going to face? Like, because he's not going to be like a known name or somebody. What about Joe Joyce? I know he's meant to be fighting, I think he's meant to be fighting Tony Yoka, I believe, but what about Joe Joyce? Like, that's, to be fair, Joe's like 40 something odd now. I feel like even then bringing him back out for Tony Yoka is a bit of like a flipper now. Cause I don't want to say he needs to call it quits, but like, brother, like, because it's the heavyweight division and he's already, don't want to call a man slow. He's not slow, innit? Like, obviously, he slurs his speech and sometimes blah, 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 and whatever. But it does seem like it's getting progressively worse. And I don't know whether that's due to the punches or how much damage he's taken or whatever. So maybe not Jojo. So I'm trying to think of a fighter that is around who we few. Nah, it's too much for Johnny Fisher. Too much right now. He's not trying to take that kind of fight. No, it'll be good to see still. We'll see what go on in it. We'll see how that transpires. But yeah, that's it on the Johnny Fisher Matchroom free agency Zuffa deal. Looks like Johnny's probably going to be heading over to Zuffa very, very soon. Another free agent that's making some noise right now is obviously Chris Eubank Jr. He was recently out in Nigeria, I believe. Out in Nigeria with the people, sometimes you have to go back home, you have to go back home still. It's funny, I was saying you have to go back home. I'm speaking flipping Pato and that man's Nigerian, talk about Nigeria. Man's what's it called? What's that word? What's the word of the UK, that thing, where you're mixed? It slipped me, but is it integrated? Man's just multicultural, innit? Let me just say that. Man's multicultural, innit? But not Johnny Fisher. Chris Eubank Jr. Is out in Nigeria. He's obviously a free agent right now. He said his deal with Bugsey is done, or whatever partnership he had with Bugsey is finished. He's apparently talking to Eddie Hearn. I don't know how I feel about the Eddie Hearn Chris Eubank link up in it. Cause I feel like, I don't know, like, because Chris was going so hard at Eddie and Matchroom and all of this and the Hearns and this and that and promoters in general during the whole both Conor Ben fights, both pressers, like he was making it a thing to get under Eddie's skin and say all these different kind of things about Eddie. I'm sure Frank even hit him with a lawsuit or something when he was calling the promoters scumbags and this and that and blah blah blah. So I don't know how I feel about the Eddie Chris Eubank Jr. link up, because it's like, I know Eddie's probably doing it just to also get a little dig at Conor Ben and this and that, but it's like, I don't know. Like, what fights has Chris really got? What fights has he really got left? Like, he's not gonna take the Hamza Shearer smoke, unless there's big bread involved. Canelo, like who's he really gonna fight? Unless it's a big money thing, like who's he really fighting? And I don't really know how busy Chris is really trying to get in there. I know he's a prize fight, he's trying to fight for bread, innit? But it's like, what fights is he gonna be willing to say, alright, cool, this money is worth the risk that man could get absolutely like turned over in there? You know what I'm saying? So I don't really know. Obviously, the other person on the table, I believe, is Zuffa. So Chris could be heading over to Zuffa as well. I think that makes a bit more sense, because I know Chris realistically just wants to be as close to Turkey Al Sheikh as possible, innit? So I think naturally it makes sense to probably go with a Zuffa deal, if there is a Zuffa deal on the table, because like the Eddie Hearn one, even though like it's probably cool for the pantomime like story and the storyline of things and just like the trending news virality is gonna be when it does, if there was to go together. I don't know how much sense it makes and how it makes Chris look after all the things he said and tried to stand on when he was talking about these man, innit? So I don't know. I don't know if I really for that one, innit? But we'll see what happens. So it's either between, I think right now what a man's hearing is either between Matchroom and Zuffa for Chris Eubank as well. I don't know who he's gonna fight, whatever deal he does sign, innit? But Chris, he's gonna find a way to make some sort of something anyways. He's one of them type of fighters, one of them type of names, innit? I mean, like, when you have that type of surname, that type of you come from that type of legacy, like, you're always gonna be able to make a fight, you're always gonna be able to do some sort of thing in the sport, innit? So we'll see how the whole Eubank thing unfolds, and obviously I'm not too keen on the Eddie thing, but we'll see. He's probably going to go whoever's paying the most bread in it, and more time is probably going to be Zuffa. So next on the agenda, we've got Joe Cordino pulling out of the fight with Abdullah Mason. Damn, man, feel sorry for Joe still. Apparently, he's saying it was like visa issues, innit? Like, he couldn't get his visa granted in the US. People were saying maybe it was like an injury or this and that, but I think he put out a statement basically shutting it down, basically saying he had all these paperwork, everything he needed, but he just couldn't get a visa in it. Granted for the fight, so it's a shame still. I think the card is probably still gonna go on. I think they've got a replacement for Abdullah Mason. I forgot who the guy is, but I've seen somewhere that they've already got a replacement for Abdullah Mason. It's a shame as well. Would have been a good fight. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it would have been a good test for Abdullah Mason, and would have been a good, let's see what, like, how much Joe Cordina still got left type of fight as well, innit? You know what I mean? Because if Joe was to win that, I think he would have been, I don't know, I think he said something like, it's like three-time, two-weight champion or something. In his statement, I think he said he's always wanted to fight in America and would have been like a three-time, two-weight champion, because obviously it was for a title, innit? And obviously with Abdullah Mason, if he had won, it would have been a good name on his resume. That, yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, but it's a shame. I doubt they're probably gonna run it back now. Like, I doubt it's probably done now. And I feel like, when's the last time Joe fought? Probably like last year. Forgot who he was in against. Let me even check who was Joe in against. Yeah, Cordina hasn't fought since last year against Sam Noakes in November. So it's been a few months out the ring now. Still, it's been like what, 6 months. 6-7 months out the ring or something. So like he's gonna need to try to find a fight soon. Try to get on some card soon. I don't know if there's space on the Joshua Prenger card out in Saudi or something. He needs to try to stay busy, cause you know, because time's just ticking on. Obviously he wants the big money fights, isn't it? So, but time's not on his side right now still, and I think that Abdullah Mason fight would have been one where even if he lost, but he fought really good, could have helped revive his whole career and his name. Cause I feel like right now no one's really talking about Joe Cordina or calling him out or even like that much like super bothered, innit? So it's a shame that that's happened still, but hopefully he can come back, innit? Hopefully he can come back. It's not. There's still how much months left for the year innit? So he can still probably get a fight. Hopefully he's a decent name as well, so he can at least get some sort of traffic if he does manage to get a win, innit? Now to wrap up, last but not least, we got Xander Zayas versus Jaron Boots Ennis out in Brooklyn, New York tonight. Obviously, for Zayas' 2 titles, I think it's that super welter, WBA and WBO. He's obviously a unified champion. I think, how old is that? I think Xander Zayas is like 23, I believe. I'm sure he's like 23. So he's a very, very young unified champion. Still a very, very young champion. Like to say he's got them 2 belts, he's route to getting it. You know what I'm trying to say? But like to say he's got it, like you got to take your hat off to him, innit? Against Boots though, if I'm being honest, because I've only seen one Xander Zayas fight. Cause obviously prior to this fight, I hadn't seen any of his fights. There was one, I think it was his last fight. I forgot it was against. I had to go and I watched the full fight, innit? He's good still. Like he is good still. Like he's a good boxer, man. But I feel like Boots might just have a bit too much power for my man. I feel like if Xander Zayas like decides to trade with Boots, which he's gonna have to at some point, and he gets caught a bit too often, it could be all she wrote. Like obviously, Boots is older, not by like loads of years, like, but he's the more experienced, boxer, the more experienced fighter. Like he's been in these fights against like, do you know what I mean? Like where like you have to go to the championship rounds where you have to like actually bring something up. Do you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like you have to dig a bit deeper to get the result, or maybe like the guy's not going out like how you think it should be going out. So you have to like think of other things now whilst you're in the ring. Like the game plan that you had prior might not really necessarily be working right now, so you're gonna have to switch it up on the fly. I feel like Bruce has got more experience of that. Like I don't know if Xander Zayas has. Obviously me, I'm not the biggest I don't have the biggest knowledge of Xander Zayas like fights and this and that. Like I said, I've only watched one fight of my man, innit? But from what I've seen of Boots, I think it might be a problem still. And I think he, like on the skills as well, like everything man's seen so far, he's been looking good. Like it don't look like he's weight drained, don't look like he's, I mean, like it looks a decent size, you know what I'm trying to say? So I don't know how it's gonna go, but if I was to place a bet on someone, I'll definitely say Boots still. I'll definitely say Boots. And if he can win, it's a good achievement. Obviously he'll be unified champ at super welterweight. Another accolade he's got on his record. I feel like this fight, if he does win this one might really help propel him still. Obviously right now, it's the World Cup going on in America, innit? So it's not getting as much traffic as I think the fight probably should be. But it's also because everyone's waiting for that Ortiz fight, innit? I think that's the one people really want to see with Boots, innit? But either way, I think if he does win, it'll be a good, definitely be a good fight. I mean, a good victory. Sorry, my bad. And obviously, you can probably, if the Ortiz thing is still looking long, maybe you can look for the Fondora fight, innit? I think that's what I was hearing that could possibly happen after, innit? So we'll see. It's gonna be a tasty little fight. See how it goes. Probably gonna report on it. Not Sunday, probably Monday, Tuesday. Cause I've got a bit of a busy weekend, but yeah, I think that's it for this video. you've got all the way to the end, make sure you leave a like, make sure you leave a share. Also, before I forget, the Cut the Ring Off episode of Lyndon Arthur is out right now on the channel. You know what to do. Make sure you go watch that, like that, leave it a comment, give it a share as well, man. Share it. And if this video lets you give a hype, man. Like hype. I mean, like, what's going on? But every time, love.